bonus feature, the final part where we take what we've talked about this far and see how it works in other video games. So let's start off with League of Legends. League of Legends is another game where part of the goal, in the grand scheme of things, is to reduce your opponent's health to 0 so it is easier to push the objectives, push the towers in each of the lanes. So again, this is a damage formula where you can try to optimize your damage based on the formulas that they give you. Alterations that might need to be considered when you're looking at League of Legends compared to Pokemon. Levels are not static within a single game, so your stats are not static throughout a single match. That means as you level up, your stats get higher, so your armor, you're equipping new items, your armor and magic resistance changes as a match goes on. So, and also everybody equips different items, so you might be able to prepare for the meta, the standard items that each character has equipped for their defenses. So there's a little bit more planning and assuming that goes into this for League, but you got to remember what you can control. So let's keep going. Super Smash Brothers. This is the knockback formula. So because in Super Smash Brothers the goal is to knock your opponents off the screen or off the stage. So knowing how far you're going to knock them back is a pretty good thing to know. So here's what all of these different variables stand for. The percent damage that you have, the damage from your attack that you're dealing, or the attack that was dealt to the receiver, the weight of the target, the knockback scaling percentage as a decimal, which is unique for each move, I believe. The attack's base knockback value, and that's with the scaling. And then R is the outside effects ratio. If you have an item that weighs you down by X amount, that's where you would multiply in at the end. So you could use this type of formula, and usually there's about 3 weight classes that you can generalize: the light, medium, and heavy characters. So using those general numbers, you could figure out what that magic number to go for that, start going for those smash attacks is for each weight class. Again, more alterations to consider. Weight is not a static value, so there isn't going to be a magic number, or there might be a magic number for each character, but that's going to take a lot of work to calculate. And again, each move is a different amount of damage, so you gotta plan ahead and see. So I think thinking generally for those 3 different weight classes is a little bit more feasible and more timely. And then the other issue is the angle of impact. Anybody that has had some basic physics knowledge knows that launching at a 45-degree angle maximizes your horizontal launch and your vertical launch. So 45-degree angle is great, it's perfect, but it's really hard to hit a 45-degree angle in a game where you're jumping around all over the map. So thinking realistically, you could look for the magic number. Of course, the magic angle is also got to be part of it, but you're going to have less control over that, so accepting that it's not going to be a perfect science is important. The last example I want to give you guys is Rocket League. Maybe there is a perfect number to always have saved up in your boost tank that can get you just that little bit of extra push, get you up to that maximum boosting speed of 46.16. So maybe you don't need to use your whole 100% of your boost gauge. Ash, get out of there. Hey! There we go. He's caught up in a curtain. But yeah, planning that further out might give you some very interesting information. Maybe you don't have to loop your path around to get the max boosts, and you might be able to just numerically solve for what the small boosts give you, and like maybe it's only maintaining 75% of your boost gauge, not 100% is the most efficient way of doing it. Alterations that you need to consider in this game. I wasn't able to find a set formula for this one, so this chart was as close as I could get. So you also have to determine whether this table represents a linear equation, or if there's other variables, or if it's nonlinear, because those would influence some of your calculations down the line. But if it is linear, it would be as easy as finding the line of best fit between all of the values. And yeah, so what should you take away from this? Video games are based on coding, which follows an algorithm that is repeated over and over and over again. I think back to that Pokemon stuff we just finished talking about, and it's the same formula. Up to in a competitive game, if all 4 Pokemon on the field use a move, that formula is repeated 4 times in 1 turn, and usually a match is like 7 turns. So you're going to see, if it's a very, very offensive game, you see it 28 times. So being able to manipulate that, or up to 28 times I should say, if we're using status moves too. Excuse me. But yeah, think about how all of these formulas are just repeated over and over again, and knowing how they work will really improve your play. So if you analyze the algorithm or the function, you have a better understanding of the game, and you're more likely to achieve your goal. So always just improve with more knowledge. That's all I got for this series. So thanks for watching whatever parts you chose to watch. I hope it was helpful, and I look forward to giving you guys some more content. Feel free to subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to sending you guys some more videos. Peace.